out on the night.
Alright, what's good YouTube? It's your girl Bofina1 bringing you guys in another YouTube video, and today I'm watching Gamer Ranks CoD World War II 10 things you need to know. So for those of you who don't know, Call of Duty's coming out next month. I can't remember if it's like the beginning or end of next month. So I saw this video and I was like, oh, maybe something interesting. So let's take a look, shall we?
The release of Call of Duty World War II was right around the corner, and this is the first game in the series in quite some time that's explored the World War II setting. After all the flack Infinite Warfare got, hopefully this entry makes some improvements.
Right, Infinite Warfare got so much slack. Like, people hated that game. People didn't like the whole, people just didn't like the whole new wave of the way Call of Duty was going. Like, the boots on the, not the boots on the ground, like the jetpacks flying in the air. I mean, the little kids liked it because I guess, it was all that excitement, adrenaline, but a lot of the veterans and people that have been playing since day one were not feeling it.
Today in Game Ranks, we're here to bring you 10 things you need to know about Call of Duty World War II.
Let's jump
Starting
into
off number
it.
10, Call of Duty for the most part has always had a pretty fun and enjoyable campaign, and for the release of Call of Duty World War II, Sledgehammer is putting a lot of time and effort into the campaign. The game's story will take place in Europe, and the game will be opening with a Saving Private Ryan-esque recreation of the D-Day invasion. The campaign is supposed to be going for a Band of Brothers vibe, really making you care about the characters, and the game isn't going to be for the faint of heart either.
Well, see, this would be something that's good if they actually do put a little more emphasis in the campaign, because for those you don't know, Call of Duty for the longest has just been kind of something that people just buy for the online, not at all for the campaign. So the older ones, people used to play the campaign and the online, but now it's gotten to the point where people don't even care about the campaign. They just jump right to the online. So this would be kind of, I think, a good, I think it would be good. That's just my opinion.
I've seen some footage of this game, and it's pretty gruesome. I saw one dude's entire body just, get completely blown up. There was nothing left but, belly button down. It was insane. Sledgehammer is really trying to capture the dark and gritty, horrible feeling that was World War II. They're trying to make it as authentic as they can.
Well, they need to.
And moving on to
Call of
number
Duty
9,
sales
while
are
there
going
are
down.
a lot of bigger changes happening in Call of Duty World War II, there are some smaller things that are changing as well. The Killcam, for example, is gone, which is weird because it's been in the series for, I don't know, pretty much
super
forever,
long time.
But no longer will you have to relive your death and see what stupid mistake you made to actually get killed.
I mean, we kind of like that. I hated it, but I kind of like it because it allowed for you to kind of see what you did. But I think there was, as it kept going on, there was the ability for you to click square or whatever. I'm on PlayStation 4, so whatever console you have, a lot of you click a certain button, you can kind of skip past it and then jump to respond. So it's kind of strange that they're taking that away.
Instead, it's being replaced with more of an Overwatch play of the game-like thing, showing what the game thinks are key moments in that match that you just played. This is a small little change, but I think it's a pretty fun one. This was available in the beta, so we did get a look at it, but hopefully the game gets better at actually picking out that key moment, because as of the beta, it wasn't very good at it. But we'll have to wait for the full release of the game to see what exactly they've done with it. Next up, on number 8, while Call of Duty has had classes in the past, here they're taking a bit of a different approach to them, and they're being called divisions. There are 5 different divisions in total, each of them having their own...
They're trying to copy the Division, the game.
own set of perks, and also having their own set of active and passive abilities. There's the Infantry Division, which is your basic well-rounded assault class. The Airborne class has a focus on speed and submachine guns. The Armor Division, that's pretty much the heavy class, which specializes in light machine guns and rocket launchers. There's also the Mountain Division that acts as a sniper class, which actually has the only form.
Well, I mean, that is basically the same as what it's been. You always had, different divisions. They're just calling them something different now, and maybe that's what they call them maybe in the World War. Maybe that's what they actually call them. Maybe they're actually doing a little bit of history, but that's nothing. I feel like that's nothing new.
Of an aim assist in the whole game. Then there's the Expeditionary Division. This is the close combat class, which favors weapons that get you up close and personal with your enemies, with shotguns and flamethrowers. It really isn't too much of a change up from previous games, but the perks and special abilities here are quite different, and they seem pretty cool. Moving on to number 7, this is actually something that I think is a pretty neat change, but your health will no longer automatically regenerate. You'll actually have to find and pick up health packs. So there's no more
that's more of a challenge.
Cover and waiting for your health to regenerate. But
that's
now you have to call
more of a
upon your
challenge.
teammates to supply health packs, ammo, and even cover fire. This should help to maybe make the game a bit more challenging. It kind of gives it an old school vibe that's very reminiscent of older games.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like in real life. if you was to get shot, you wouldn't regenerate health right away. You'd have to try to get like health packs, or you know what I mean. You'd be trying to get something
in the Call of Duty series. Next, number 6, as expected, Call of Duty World War II will be getting a season pass. It's priced at $50 and will include 4 new DLC packs that come out in 2018. These packs will include new multiplayer and Nazi zombie maps, new Nazi zombies chapters, new war missions, and by purchasing the season pass, you'll get access to a bonus map, which is actually a map from Call of Duty 2. Nothing...
I don't know. Call of Duty, a lot of time, they bonus maps be straight garbage. I think the only last one that had like a bonus map that was halfway decent was like Black Ops or Black Ops 2. Most of their bonus maps, it's not honestly even worth the money.
Really too crazy here. It's just a typical season pass. Moving on to number 5, it wouldn't be a new Call of Duty game without some iteration of the Zombies mode. And according to creative director Cameron Dayton, this is shaping up to be the scariest version of zombies that we've seen so far. Which is awesome, because personally, I wasn't a fan of the last few zombie modes, especially Infinite Warfare's. I get what the developers were going for with the last few takes on it. Bringing on a cast of real actors was definitely an awesome idea. Adding a bit of narrative is great too, but at times it can just feel a little ridiculous. And I would much rather
it was over-exaggerated.
They are zombies, after all. They're supposed to be scary. And I can't think of a better team to make zombies scary again. Seeing that a lot of Sledgehammer worked on Dead Space, I think they're more than qualified to give us a really cool Nazi zombies mode. This new zombies mode will also feature its own loot crates, with each dropping one of 5 different types
I see you, Call of Duty. I see you.
Consumables being weapon guarantees, keys, discounts, and also regular and special weapon drops. It also seems to be class-based as well. All this information was released via a leak, and it's a pretty hefty leak. There was a lot of stuff that came out with it. I don't want to get too much into it just because this is spoiler territory for some people. But go look it up if you're interested. It's actually very interesting.
But it's like, I feel like if you was watching this video, you should know that some of this stuff is going to be a little bit spoiler alert.
How much stuff there is in zombies alone. Next up at number 4, one big new thing making its way into Call of Duty World War II is the addition of Headquarters, which is a social space where players can interact with each other. It's very much like the tower or farm from Destiny. There are certain things that you can do in the social space that actually reward you with XP, bonuses, buffs, and even cosmetic rewards. With the addition
that's kind
of
of nice. It kind of helps build more of a community
score to keep track of, which measures how much you contribute to the community.
So it builds like a community. I kind of like that.
I love the tower and everything that it is. So me liking
Destiny, that's a different story. I like Destiny, but those microtransactions, though.
This actually makes total sense. Coming in at number 3, this wouldn't be a 2017 video game release if there weren't loot boxes. Yes, I know, big bad loot boxes, but before you grab your torches and your pitchforks, let's talk about exactly what you're getting.
Loot boxes, okay.
So they don't work like Shadow of Wars in the sense that they don't affect the single-player campaign, and they don't work like Battlefront 2's loot boxes either. So there's nothing that's tied to progression, nothing that actually affects your stats.
Hopefully
they actually work more like the loot boxes in Overwatch,
like skins,
in the sense of their cosmetics only.
Yeah, skins.
Sledgehammer Games studio head and co-founder Michael Condrey actually said this during a Reddit AMA. All weapon variants and gear variants in Call of Duty World War II supply drops are cosmetic only, so there are no stat-based variants in play.
Good, because I'm sick and tired of games that have loot boxes and they're to advance players, and if you don't have money or you don't have a lot of money, you're not going to buy them, so therefore other people that have money are going to be able to advance faster and further than you are, or you might even advance because you don't have the money. So great job.
He also went on to say that there are ways to get all of the stuff in the loot boxes through other means. He didn't go too much into detail about it, but there are collections and collection bounties, and using these you'll be able to earn these items through playing the game's numerous multiplayer modes and through finishing stuff in Headquarters. So according to everything we know so far about them, the loot boxes shouldn't be scaring you yet. Like I said before, it seems to be similar to how Overwatch approaches it, which I think is a pretty okay way to do it.
I think so too.
Next up at number 2, War Mode is a brand new multiplayer mode. It's narrative driven and objective based, and it's much bigger than your standard team deathmatch or control. War Mode places one team on the attacking side and one on the defending side. One team will be attempting to finish different types of objectives to win the game. With each objective you complete, you move further and further into the map.
That's like a little twist.
It actually didn't feel too much like a multiplayer mode and felt more like a single player mission. Running around not caring about my kill-death ratio, but just worrying about finishing the objective felt pretty refreshing. There's no denying that this is Call of Duty's response to things like Battlefield 1's operations, or even something like Overwatch's Uprising mode. And I gotta say that I think they're responding the right way. It's actually a lot of fun. I think the Call of Duty multiplayer experience as a whole has needed a bit of a shake-up, and it looks like it's happening with this mode. This game is doing a lot of new stuff, but this
sounds like they're actually trying to try
things coming to this entry in the series. Finally, at number 1, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. The game launches on November 3rd on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. It'll be both PS4 Pro and Xbox One X enhanced. There isn't much on the Xbox One X benchmarks, but a UK pre-order listing does state that it will run at 4K. That's all we have to go on right now for that. Digital Foundry, though, did do a video on what to expect from the PS4 Pro version, and it's actually pretty impressive. Resolution-wise, it's very close to native 2880 by 1620p,
okay,
and
so
it hits 60
pretty good
frames
quality
per second most of the time, occasionally dipping down to 55 frames per second. In terms of PC system requirements, we're looking at the minimum specs of Intel Core i3 or equivalent, 8 gigs of RAM, and an NVIDIA GeForce
low, right?
GTX
isn't there like i7 out now
2
and all this other
gigs,
stuff?
or
That's
an
pretty
AMD
low.
Radeon HD 7850 at 2 gigs of RAM.
That's kind of low.
The recommended requirements are Intel Core i5 or AMD Ryzen R5 1600X, 12 gigs of RAM, and NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970 or GTX 1060 at 6 gigs, or AMD Radeon R9 390 or AMD RX 580.
Okay.
And the game will have an install size of 25 gigs. And those are 10 things you need to know about Call of Duty World War II, but we want to hear from you. So meet us down in the comments and let us know what you think. As I'm sure you already know...
Yeah, well, I don't know about you guys. But yeah, that sounds like the game actually may be pretty good. It sounds like they actually listened to the consumer. They actually listened to stuff that people had to say, stuff that people didn't like, and stuff that people liked, and they're kind of combining it and making it for the better. So I don't know if I'm still gonna get the game. I'm still not like a huge fan of Call of Duty anymore, just because of like how they changed. I know a lot of people feel the same way of the direction that they took. They kind of messed up, I think, the game and the flow. And I think some people, even like me, like you've been away from the game for so long that you honestly just don't care anymore, So yeah, I don't know. But on that note, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace, Fan Army.